Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Lard Soap. My name is Tanya and right now I'm stirring up my lye water. I'm going to add that into my oils. It's a beautiful day outside, so I decided to soap outside today. Next I'm going to mix this up. I'm trying to get air bubbles out of the bell on my mixer. Today didn't go quite as planned as this took forever to set up. I'm using a lard mixture, which generally I have a lot of extra time to work with when I make lard soap. It also has coconut oil and olive and castor oil in it as well. But I believe that my fragrance oil slowed down it thickening up for me as well. I used Love Spell. I'm just trying to make sure that I've got a nice trace. Off to a good start, or so I think. Seems like I've got a decent trace as it's staying on the bell. I think I soaked a little cool as well today, so that also slowed things down. I'm going to put a little bit in this. I'm going to make it green because I am going to pipe on the top later on. And I'm not putting green in the rest of the soap, so I just need a little bit. I'm speeding this part up. And there goes my green. And my purple. And I'm also going to do a pink and then also white with my titanium dioxide. I'm going to mix my other colors up first, so in case I want to use some titanium dioxide, which I decided to do here with this pink, add a little bit and lighten the pink up a little bit. And then I'm going to mix up my purple, and then I'm also going to add a little titanium dioxide to lighten my purple up some. And then I'll dump the rest of the titanium dioxide into the last one. I'm adding my fragrance. Again, that was Love Spell that I used today. I've had it for a while. I've been trying to decide what I wanted to do with it. I set some fragrance oil off to the side for the green, not realizing that it was also slowing down my trace. So I'm going to pour my purple. I'm going to do it here at an angle. I usually grab a towel and put it underneath there, but I decided to use one of those little plastic cups, and I fought with that. Unfortunately, I don't usually use anything but a towel to level it off at the height I want at an angle, but for some reason I decided to fight with this cup. And this purple literally was taking forever to set up after I've gotten it poured. I wish I would have poured more on there, as you can see later on, that I could have used more purple in the base there. So I've come back and checked this several times. I didn't want to bore you. I made these scrapers just out of a piece of cardboard from a box, and I had it in my head. As you can see, this does not work out the way I had in my head, because this batter just did not want to set up and give me the thickness that I needed. And as you can see, when I lift this guy up, it is still pretty runny. But apparently I decided that I want to try it again. As you can see, it's just running off of there. So I'd take my cardboard, because I'd made a couple scrapers, and as you can see, I made my angle not quite as deep, and for some reason I thought maybe this will work better, and I had let it set up a little bit more, but it was still too runny. As you will see, it's gonna just run right off. I don't know what I was thinking. I think my patience was starting to run out here. And I'm going to give it another try. But as you can see, did you see how loose it still was? Was not going to work. Just ran right off. Oh, I'm going to try it again. It was working a little bit, but it was not what I needed it to do. So I eventually walk away from this again. No, my puppy dog decided to make an appearance. So I tried to smooth it back out, and I let it set up. And then I walked away and came back after I cleaned up a little bit, because I kind of made a mess out of the insides of this. I think here I'm just kind of looking at it frustrated, going, come on. So this is after I had let it set up some more, and I decided to do my mica line. This is the first time I ever did a mica line, and I was a little afraid to be too heavy-handed with the mica, because I've seen other soapers do the mica line, and they had used so much mica that when they came back, it had actually fell apart when they pulled it out of the mold. When they cut it, the layers just broke apart because of the mica. So I decide that I'm over it, and I am done letting it set up, and my white set up faster than all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my middle layer and hope that an angle that I have it at is going to be enough. I'm trying to break the fall so it doesn't break through my next, the bottom layer there. So I'm using my spatula and pouring on there to initially get it on. And since this is a little thicker, I decided, I'm going to get the rest of the soap batter in, and I'm going to try the scraper again. Now the scraper did move or smooth out the soap for me, but again, it was another fail because it was just not set up thick enough. So I decided to let it set for a little bit. And I was going to put some more white in there, but I decided to go ahead and save it for the top. I'm going to grab my mica here in a minute. I'm like, oh, I'm going to pour my pink. No, wait. I need to do the mica line. I almost messed up here. By the way, in case you're wondering, I do come back and add the fragrance into the green later on. I'm glad I did though. But the green set up faster and better than the purple did. Because when I went to go pipe on here, I still, when I put it in the bag, it was still a little runny. Alrighty, I'm going to add my last layer of pink here. I wanted to save some of the pink for the top, but I ended up running out because, again, I didn't pour enough purple in the bottom. I'm going to scrape all this out, try to smooth the top out. So I have a somewhat smooth top to pipe on top of. Not worried about getting it perfect because, again, I'm going to pipe on the top and cover it all up. Now I'm going to put my colors into my piping bag that I like to put in a cup. It makes it easier. It holds the bag. I fold the bag out. I already have the tip on it. And then I scrape the soap into the cup. I like to use the disposable bags because trying to reuse a piping bag with soap in it would not be fun. And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm going to pour this purple in here. And when I pull it out, the tip that I used on there, I realized for the consistency that I had with this purple, when I pick the bag up, it literally starts running out. So I went and got another tip and put it on there. I probably should have went with maybe just even a little smaller tip, but I just went with it. See, it ran right out. I was like, wait, stop, no. Never said I was not a messy sober, 'cause I am. I kept the tip up on that purple, hoping that it would set up a little bit more. Wishing I had the pink, because I wanted to do pink and purple, but the white and the purple ended up working out on the top, so I wasn't mad about it. It was still all just a little too wet, or should I say runny, but the design ended up looking cute, so I wasn't mad about it. On here I have a leaf tip. That's what I'm making right now, are leaves around these blob flowers that I made. Just trying to get the holes filled in. And then I go back, and a few of them I went around the white, and kind of made it look like a flower bud hadn't opened up, so it didn't look quite so blobby. Just sometimes you gotta roll with it when it doesn't go quite your way and improvise. Just doing a few final touch-ups here. And I think I'm done. I'm gonna go put it in the oven, and this is the result from the next day. I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna go get it out of the mold. The green always is dark when I mix it up, but then it comes out to this beautiful green color that I'm so pleased with once it does its saponification process, and it lightens up to this pretty green. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 of them for you, and then I'll speed up and you can see the rest of the cut, but a little faster. I like to put this paper towel down. It just makes it slide easy across the acrylic. I got this cutter on Amazon in case anyone was wondering. Let's turn it around there for you. Michaeline's turned out okay. I'm not real happy with the way they came between the purple and the white. They're a little more prominent between the white and the pink. Maybe because the pink's a lighter color, I'm not sure. I went with a gold Michaeline. You gotta wipe that wire off every time, otherwise you get little bits of soap in there and it drags through your soap and just makes these ugly drag marks through there. Sometimes it happens even when you think you've got it all off. But even though it wasn't straight perfect lines, I'm pretty pleased. I think it turned out pretty cute. So for as much as I struggled with the soap and getting it to thicken up for me, I really can't complain. And it smells wonderful. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I enjoyed making it, and I want to say thank you for watching.